Hey guys, welcome to Khong Driving and welcome to the Pavilion Bukit Jalil. We are here for the launch of the all-new Kia Niro EV. There seem to be two pronunciations for the name. It's spelled N-I-R-O. So some people call it the Niro, some people call it the Niro. For me, Niro seems to be more natural, so we'll stick to that for the time being. And the Kia Niro is actually the second EV to come from the Kia range for Malaysia at least. The first one being the Kia EV6, which is a much bigger machine and is all-wheel drive. This one is just front-wheel drive, and this is a C segment. C segment because it has a length of 4420 mm, a width of 1825 mm, which is quite wide, a height of 1570 mm, and a wheelbase of 2720 mm. Okay, so looking at the vehicle from the front, first we see LED lights. You'll find that most electric vehicles now have LED lights because LED lights actually save on the battery. They don't take so much energy. And then you see here a very nice rendering here. I think it's supposed to give you some reminder that this is a vehicle and has a grille, but it's actually not a grille, it's just a pattern. And there's a little bit of grille here, and this is to allow air to go into the innards of the vehicle to cool down the electric motor and the related parts that are in the front part of the engine. Yes, the motor is in the front. This is front wheel drive. You have a 201 horsepower motor and it delivers 255 Newton meters and drive is to the front. The battery itself is 64.8 kilowatt and you can charge it on an 11 kilowatt hour charger in 6 hours and 20 minutes. And on a DC charger that is 80 kilowatt and above, it's only 43 minutes from 10 to 80%. So charging is not an issue nowadays. Okay, so continuing at the front, you see that there's a lot less grille and more plastic because everything is about lightweight. So this is plastic, and interestingly, the charging port is in the front, and you can see this is the dual type. You can put in the AC and the DC charger, no problem, and it's very easy to open and close. Of course, when the car is locked, this one will not open. So moving along to the side, what we see are 17-inch wheels, alloy rims of course, and you have ventilated disc brakes and McPherson struts for the front suspension. Along the sides you get the cladding that tells you it is a SUV, and of course it is a 4, or what you call with the boot is a 5-door SUV, and at the back you have solid disc, yes, solid disc and a floating caliper, plus the suspension at the back is a multi-link. So this car has a promise of good handling. Now the battery is on the floorboard of the vehicle, and that is why they have quite a long wheelbase. So you can see here the car will have very good handling because it's got very short front and rear overhang. Then moving to the back, you have these very attractive looking lights. Reminds me of another car, but we won't say which one. And we also have an electric boot. And looking inside, yes, these are the struts, and you get rear split seats, 60/40, and you have a courtesy light here, even a tapao hook, not bad. And inside here, no spare tire, but this is the 2-level boot. You can put this cover at the bottom or at the top, and actually you can put in your own space saver tire if you want. Okay, so yes, it will close, and let's take a look at the rest of the car. Oh, okay, this front bonnet is very light, and of course it's got these gas struts, and here we have the Kia equivalent of a frunk. So you get a little bit of storage space here, even with a little cargo net. And of course, this also acts as a cover for the innards of the vehicle. And basically, of course, there is no engine. You have a battery for the 12-volt electrical system. And other than that, you have the motor and drive train underneath here. It's a single gear and it's good for 0 to 167 kilometers per hour. And then elsewhere, you look at the struts, it's quite well built. You have again the triangulation from the top of this strut all the way across to here. So this one has got a very good chassis. This is the way new cars are built. So all the internal frame is the one that takes all the load, and what you see outside are just claddings. And if you look at the wheel from the other side, you'll find that the electric motor is stationed just in front of the wheels. So that gives the vehicle good balance. It has to be slightly in front to compensate for the batteries that are at the back. Yeah, so this is the way they try to balance out everything. And all these things in front are very lightweight cladding. So for all practical intents and purposes, the weights are just above and in between the two wheels. Okay, let's go into the driver's seat. Okay, let's get into the car. First off, I see the driver's seat is electrically controlled, and so is the passenger seat. And the cockpit is very nice and modern. You get a big screen actually, but I've been told this is a 10.25-inch infotainment screen. This one is for the instrumentation. I have no idea how big it is, but it's quite big. So everything is electronic. Steering is nice and small, and let's see. It's adjustable for rake and reach, yes. And there are two paddle shifters, but I think they are for regen. And I see here drive mode. You have eco, normal, and sport. So you have 3 driving modes, plus there's another one. If you hold it, it can go for snow. Yes, for snow, because of the additional torque from the engine, or rather the motor, they try to reduce the torque so that you get less wheel spin. So for snow countries, it's very good. For here, it's more applicable for mud lah. So the steering size is very nice, and the dashboard, yeah, this is soft touch, but there is no leather. Yeah, this car is all made of leatherette. So the seats are leatherette, and they come with a heater and a ventilator. So it's here for individual left and right heater and ventilator. You also have your, this is your parking sensors and a parking camera. Interesting. And of course, this car is also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto friendly. And of course, this is the start switch over here. You also have steering heater. Heated steering, not bad. And you also have auto hold. That means you can keep in gear and take your foot off the pedal, it will hold. And in electronic handbrake. Aircon controls, there is digital control and is left and right, so it's 2-zone. So down here, you see a 12-volt electrical power point, a USB-A and USB-C, yes. And also you have a wireless phone charger indicated by here. When you put your phone here, it tells you whether it's charging or not. So other than that, the signals and lights are like normal. And there's also a rear boot release. So overall, the rendering is very, very nice. It's very futuristic and in keeping with the EV age of today. Now down here, the creature comforts, there is a 2 drink holders with this push. Look at this, push and it comes out. It's like magic. Yeah, so you can push and you can hold your drink there. Then you have this center console with a removable separator. So you can use this as a hand rest, and there's one on this side, one on this side. Everything's perfect. And up here you have a electrical sunroof. Yes, and it opens. Right, and other than that, it looks pretty good. Okay, let's go to the back seat and see how it feels. Okay, the door opens very wide, so getting in and out of this Niro is pretty good. So let's sit inside, and there is plenty of leg room. This seat is actually set quite far back, and still there is room. Now that is the maximum on the front on that side, and there's a lot of space here. And there's a back seat pocket, and have a look at this funky headrest. I couldn't show it just now when I was in the front, but from the back you can see the side view. Looks pretty good, right? Now for the rear passenger, you get aircon louvers, and here's an interesting thing: Type C 1, 2, and the seat is nice and has good thigh support, and it's supposed to seat 3 people because there are 3 headrests and 3 seat belts. But to be honest, 2 people is about right now. Okay, the sunroof only gets up to here, so it doesn't disturb the rear headroom, so you still get some decent headroom. And the seat of course splits into 60-40, and if you want, there is also the center armrest. Okay, so the rear looks quite okay to me, and visibility is quite good. Okay, in terms of safety, the Kia Niro is fully loaded. It starts with 8 airbags, then you have high beam assist, you have blind spot collision with assist, that means it will even brake, and it has rear cross traffic alert with avoidance. Also, it will brake to prevent a collision. It also has lane keep assist. Not only that, it also has lane follow assist. That means for long distance driving, you can turn it on and the car will practically follow the curves of the road. It makes your driving so much easier. And especially for older people, it's very good because then it prevents you from wandering into other lanes. And then of course it has the forward collision assist, and finally smart cruise control. And all of this is available for Ringgit Malaysia 255,888 on the road without insurance. And of course, if you are interested in this car, please come to our site shop.yskhongdriving.com and place your booking. And if you need more information, drop me a WhatsApp at 016-335-0609. So guys, that's it for the new Kia Niro. Thanks very much for being with us. And till we meet again in the next video, bye-bye.